When Cats the movie was announced, viewers didn't know what to expect, but the team behind the show tried their best to make it a success. So far, it's not going as they expected. After all the hard work, Cats has grossed just $57.1 million so far worldwide, on an estimated budget of $95 million. What could possibly go wrong with a movie that has had Broadway success for over 15 years? The answer is a lot, and Riveted will break it down for you. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification for this and other amazing videos. In a nutshell, Cats is kind of dark, but not in an exciting way. It's fun, but not in a deliberate way. It's also horrifying, but not in an enjoyable way. Everyone who has seen the musical expected the movie to be a bit weird, so if that's your thing, then you'll enjoy the film. But if that's not your thing, you're in for a disturbing 2 hours. The first view of the movie left viewers distressed and unhappy after its feline creatures were described as cursed and nightmarish. After the trailer was released in July, people took to social media to express their terror, confusion, and disgust with the film, which follows anthropomorphic cats as they sing and dance. On Twitter, many found the mutated dancing forms to be troubling. The first trailer raised so many questions, mostly about the anatomy of the cats, why their faces were so creepy, and the proportions were just off. The CGI in the first trailer was so disturbing that the producers made the unprecedented decision to send a new version of the film, one with some improved visual effects, to theaters across the country. Sadly, it wasn't enough to change the viewers' minds. Here are some of the hilarious reactions on Twitter when people first saw the trailer. Kyle Buchanan: the digital fur technology in Cats, chef's kiss. The digital face replacements in Cats, clearly done by somebody who just learned to place the names of his favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters onto the Obama meet and greet videos from Key and Peele. Scott Mendelson: the first trailer for #Cats movie is appropriately terrifying and insane, like a drug-induced nightmare made real. I can't wait. Alex Zalbin: do not watch the Cats movie trailer. It is created by Russians who are stealing people's faces and putting them on cats. Alana Bennett: imagine being a human in that world and your cat looks like this. Others, like Louis Vertel, didn't understand why everyone was so freaked out. He wrote, I don't know why you're all freaking out over miniature yet huge cats with human celebrity faces and sexy breasts performing a demented dream ballet for kids. Well, the movie finally hit the theaters in December of 2019, and it still freaked viewers out. So why is everyone freaking out? The first thing that went totally wrong with the movie was the appearance of the characters. Tom Hopper had said he planned to ditch the iconic costumes from the Broadway show, and few were prepared for the digital fur technology that appeared in the 2-minute trailer or the nearly 2-hour movie. The director wanted the actors to have cat-like bodies while leaving their faces mostly human. The resulting hybrids have ears and swishing tails, but human hands and feet. Well, that didn't go so well, according to viewers. The storyline. The pacing of the film adaptation of Cats, much like the original stage production of Cats, suffers from incredibly slow pacing. It's only towards the end of the movie when the story is actually explained. Cats is about the story of a tribe of cats called the Jellicles that face a series of difficult life-altering decisions one fateful night. It's based on Andrew Lloyd Webber's long-running West End and Broadway musical of the same name. The story is set during a single night and follows a group of homeless cats as they decide which cat will ascend to a place called the Heaviside Lair and come back to a new life. In the movie, each character has their own song, and they perform one by one for Old Deuteronomy, the leader of the Jellicle Cats, who each year picks one of the group's members to ascend and have a better life in paradise. The story takes place in London, and most of the scenes take place between the cat alley and the theater where they try to change their lives. And that's basically it, for 2 hours. Other than that, there's barely any plot. The CGI is still horrible. Somehow, the people in Cats look nuder than if they were actually naked, and it's weird as hell. The cats have fur all the way down to the back of their hand, but flip the hand over and you'll see a regular human palm. They have ears, whiskers, and tails, but human hands, feet, and faces. There are fur coats and hissing and bowls of milk in Cats, but not a single paw in sight. Instead, the female cats like Victoria and Bombalurina sport impeccable manicures on their human hands. As if that's not bad enough, they forgot to CGI Judi Dench's hand completely. The actress's wedding ring was visible throughout the whole film. Well, future releases will have that part deleted, but the damage has already been done, and we cannot unsee that. The filmmaker opted to keep the human faces unobscured by prosthetics or other cat-like features because audiences allegedly wanted to see the actors underneath. They thought, what's the point of casting all the stellar performers if viewers can't see their faces? The showrunners also have a good reason why the Cat movie has no paws. They looked at paws on people, but they looked really clumsy. Since it's a musical full of dancers, the performers needed hand expression, and it seemed really weird if they just used paws. Well, it makes sense if we look at it that way, right? The songs. The first song in the movie features writhing, singing, and vaguely sexual cats played by very human actors, and it will leave you wondering how you even got there. Universal targeted the younger female moviegoers to work as counter-programming against Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. The study even hinged much of its marketing on Taylor Swift, who appears in the movie for exactly one song. Well, at least if you were hoping for a musical with many songs, the movie has you covered. At some point, it feels like American Idol or X Factor. Hypersexualization. It's interesting to note that most of the cats that were fully naked were the female cats with breasts prominent and intact, whereas their male counterparts had their genitals shaved down or edited out. There's also an undercurrent of sexual energy that courses throughout the entire movie. Okay, we won't blame the production so much for this because humans have always had a thing for sexualizing cats. We describe two women fighting over a man as a cat fight. When they get competitive, we say their claws come out. Male characters like Rum Tum Tugger, Macavity, and Mr. Mistopheles, among a few others, are clothed in accessories, coats, and even pants. James Corden's Buster Jones wears a full tuxedo suit. The exception to this men wear suits rule is Macavity, who starts off wearing a baggy pimp coat, but then at some point whips it off for a musical number spent largely naked. The cast list. The cast of Cats is insane, and it includes Jennifer Hudson as Grisabella, Ian McKellen as Gus the Theater Cat, Rebel Wilson as Jenny and Dots, Taylor Swift as Bombalurina, Idris Elba, Judi freaking Dench, and Jason Derulo as Rum Tum Tugger. We never really understood why Cats had to cast big-name celebrities instead of actual theater or Broadway actors. Well, having an A-list cast does not necessarily bring in the crowd, and Cats learned this the hard way. Clearly, the cast also doesn't want too much association with the movie. It's not like they've been promoting the movie the way they're supposed to. In fact, there was a notable absence of stars at the UK gala screening of Cats at the Curzon Cinema in London's Mayfair. They all seemed content with one big gathering at the world premiere in New York. We may assume that the actors and singers were busy with other things, but that's exactly what you get when the cast is full of A-list performers. It's just too weird. One of the awkward moments in the movie is the use of puns. Well, puns such as "the cat is out of the bag" and "cat's got her tongue" were used in the original story, but in the movie, they quickly go from cute to annoying. And why do some cats wear shoes? Weird. Other question viewers had at the end of the movie included, why does Idris Elba have his penis removed and Jason's trimmed back slightly? And why is Judi Dench wearing a coat made out of her own fur? Okay, there's an answer to this one. It turns out that the Cats filmmakers respected Dench, an 85-year-old theater icon, enough to not make her appear on set in only a skimpy CGI leotard. Mice and cockroaches too? The trailer introduced the viewers to cats, but it never said anything about the mice and bugs, which would intensify the trauma. In the movie, we meet Jenny and Dots, played by the talented Rebel Wilson, a languorous house cat who passes the time by training mice, cockroaches, and beetles to sing and dance. The mice are played by child actors who are made of the same GI catastrophe. The cockroaches are also tiny cockroach people with human faces. As if that wasn't enough, some of the cockroach people even get eaten. It was released before it was finished. Cats was rushed quickly into theaters, leaving Cooper to finish the original cut just before its premiere on December 16th, according to Deadline. And clearly, an impossibly fast turnaround just wasn't doable. Deadline's reported after the movie's release that the effects weren't ready when the trailer dropped. Universal actually told thousands of theaters on its opening day that they would get a new version of Cats with improved visual effects. We have no idea why they were rushing to release the movie if it wasn't ready. What's up with the scale? Eve Stewart was tasked with the responsibility of making the sets huge enough to make the human actors seem cat-sized and sturdy enough to withstand dozens of the performers dancing and jumping on them. They decided to use a scale of 2 to 5. It was based on the fact that if you stood a cat on its hind legs, it's only 3/4 the size of a human. The chairs had to be 3 times their normal size to give the cat something to jump up onto. The scale, however, didn't work on things such as bricks. Is there hope for the movie? So, is there hope for the movie? After watching it, Los Angeles Times' Jen Yamato said, "True story. I got home after seeing Cats and couldn't look my own cat in the face for a good hour or two." Allegedly, Universal Studios has reportedly pulled the film from consideration for the Oscars. According to Variety, the film is also not featured on the streaming platform of the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences, where members can watch contenders for the Oscars. But all hope is definitely not lost. Taylor Swift's original song for the movie, Beautiful Ghosts, has been nominated for a Golden Globe. Plus, movies such as Avatar and The Greatest Showman were destroyed by critics even before they hit the theaters. Maybe Cats should have gone straight to Netflix instead of the theaters. There are a lot of people who probably want to see what the fuss is about, but don't want to pay to see it in a theater. We just have to wait and see whether Cats will have 9 lives. The movie is already dominating the meme world, and it will probably be one of the great films of the future. Well, the movie wasn't all that bad. There was one bright spot in this mess, and that was Jennifer Hudson's incredible rendition of Memory. Jennifer Hudson is tasked with singing the song in the film, and while she nails all the notes, her voice was clearly not enough to save the movie. The cast members also said that they went to cat school, but none of them matched Ian McKellen's performance. He laps up water from a saucer. He paws at his own face. He actually meows. McKellen goes full cat, and it's one of the most delightful performances of the movie. The good thing is that the talented cast will not suffer that much. Jennifer Hudson is next starring in Respect as legendary singer Aretha Franklin, and we cannot wait for a spectacular performance. Taylor Swift has a new Christmas song out and others on the way. James Corden still has a popular talk show. Idris Elba is still one of our favorite leading men. And Dame Judi Dench as well. Still Dame Judi Dench. Have you seen the movie? Let us know what you thought after watching it in the comments section below. This has been Riveted. We publish amazing videos daily.